Yeah, okay. In the last session, we discussed about what Excel is all about and some of its very basic functions. And since I promised you in the last session that I would be dedicating a few more sessions specifically on Excel, how to use it. So, in addition to that, uh, today also I have prepared something for you, some basic Excel formats for you. So yeah, I'll start by sharing my screen. So today we'll start with the, okay, wait. Done a mistake. I forgot full. So just please confirm whether my screen is visible or not to you. It's visible. So yeah, we'll start by fixing cell references. So fixing cell references means sometimes when we have to use a value in more than one cell. If the value of the cell is not fixed, we will not get the results, right? I'll try to show you. For example, in this sheet, what we have to do, we have to the table contains that five companies renting factory spaces in a commercial area. Each pays a monthly rent of $2,000. So yeah, this is the sheet. So these are the companies, five companies, and this is the number of unit produced by each of these companies, and this is the cost per unit, and this is the monthly rent which these specific companies are paying. So if we have to calculate the total cost, the simple, whenever I told you now, if in case we need to use the formula, we will use this plus or equals to sign. So I'll put the is equals to sign, and the number of unit produced by a company A multiply, which is shift plus 8, by cost per unit. So this is our complete cost, but as since it should also include the monthly rent, so we will put a sign, a submission sign, and then we will use these 2,000 rupees also, not rupees, dollars also. Yeah, so this is it. So if the total cost for company A is 1,52,000, yeah, whatever the figure is, you can see it on your screens. And then if I'll drag it down for the whole sales for the specific companies, so thus this formula is creating a problem for me. See, for example, here it is like, all right, number of unit produced into cost per unit plus monthly rent. But when if I'll go to company B, what I'll see that rent is not included in this cell. Can you see it? So, and same is case with the company C. See, it is uh, someone is trying to say something. Chat is please share screen. Please share screen is Zoom. What does this mean? You want me to full screen or what? You want me to like this? Is it okay now? Yeah. So here this function of fixing cell references comes into picture. So what we have to do, we have to fix this, since these 2,000 US dollars are for every specific company. So what we can do, one thing is like, if we want to exceed our task, we'll have to be like this only, putting 2,000 every row, but this would look like very childish, so we can't do that. Instead, what we will do, we will try to fix this cell, this monthly rent. What we have to do, we have to put a dollar sign, which is shift and 4 here and here, to fix this monthly rental. And then if we will click on this, we will drag it down. So we will we can see our results, because we have fixed this cell. Every time it is taking the cell value of 2000 US dollar. Okay, I think it is clear to you. Not responding means it is clear. Okay, yeah, thank you. This is very basic. We'll have to be we will be dealing it in details in the coming lectures, where we will be doing these all things. Okay, so here also this is the same simple exercise for this also. So what we have to do, we have to calculate the if we want to calculate it, for example, we'll considering volume into cost per unit. If we have to calculate this, then our result would be this: cost volume into cost per unit. I will drag it down, so we'll see these results. But again, okay, and what if we will try to drag it on my right, so the result would be different, because you know what, it is shifting from G1 G4 to H4 and then considering it. So what we have to do in here, we have to fix our volume. Volume is like this. We have to fix this, and then we will have to see our results. See this in here, this will fix the volume, because you know, if we have to calculate it, for example, we have to calculate volume into cost per unit and volume into price per unit. So in both the cases, our volume should be same. So what we have to do, we have to fix the volume, and we have to fix the volume sheet, and then this cost per unit and price per unit can be like dynamic, which we can use interchangeably for this. This is a basic exercise, and we will we'll look into more into it. We will look forward for more more specific output of these things. And this is also a very basic tedious task in Excel. If what it is, wait a minute. Yeah, this is Alt plus Enter. So a very simple exercise. See, these net sales and then a dollar sign minimum and cost of per sale, cost of goods sold, and gross profit. So what we should do, if we have to break this down, for example, net sales, we want this in one line, and then dollar sign and the remaining part in the second sign. So what we have to do, as the file name suggested, Alt plus Enter exercise. This is very simple. What we have to do, we have to put in our cursor here, and then we will have to use Alt key along with the Enter. So this will divide into two parts. You can do it in but this because we are learning formatting here, and these all things comes under formatting, where our sheet should look like more glorified and more readable. So this is very basic example. Yeah, like this and like this. You can do it. If not along with me, then what the hell am I doing? Yeah, Alt plus yeah. So this is the Alt plus Enter exercise. Now one important thing. Okay, I'll just a minute. I'll stop sharing, and then chat box. You can share Excel sheet in here directly. Can anybody help me to, if I want to share a file with you, why can't I drag it down to the chat box? It should, maybe I am not the matrix. The matrix education. Who is this man from office? Someone is from office. Hello. वो भी शायद क्लास लगा के इधर उधर. Can anybody else help me to sort this out? Okay, nobody interested. Let me continue like this only. Yeah. So this is also a very good exercise, which we called it as text to column. So sometimes when we directly copy paste our data or convert our PDF files into Excel sheets where a lot of data has been given. So sometimes we will see that these sort of what I'll call it, these sort of data, you can see it, which is highly ineligible for reading and which cannot be used for any decision making or something. So what we have to do, we have to make it in an appropriate format where we can this can be this can be clearly visible. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to select these files and we have to go to data. Okay, and then this is a column, this is a function here which is called as text to columns. Okay, click on in here. So there are two ways of doing it. First is delimited, which we will use it, and the second one is fixed width. So I'll just explain what is fixed width. So in this fixed width, what we have to do, we have to manually check, we have to manually pick our cursor and we have to change it. Okay, see the way I am doing. So if your data is in a format where you can with your own sense of decision making, you can do it, then you should go for it. Otherwise, in most of the cases, go with the delimited option only. So we will click the delimited and then click on the next. So there are different things which can be done, like delimiters. We can use it with a tab. If your data is with tab, if the data contains semicolon sign, we will have to click on this. If it contains comma, then we have to click this. In our sheet, it is space. So we will use this, and you can see the preview. So the data would look like something like this only. Okay, and it looks better to us. And sometimes we have some special characters like underscore can be there, or plus sign can be there, anything. Then we can use this other sign. Okay, and then we will hit the next and we will finish it. So our sheet would look like this only. Okay, and then simple formatting, you can do it like increasing the size and the font size and the color and all these things. Okay, so I think this is good. I have exercise for you, but I don't know how to share the Excel sheet with you. I am unable to do it, maybe because I am not the host for this meeting. That is why this was the exercise. Let me try once now. Not going. Hello. यार कोई स्टूडेंट तो बोलो कम से कम.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, तो is there any way to send it to you, this Excel sheet?
Sorry, sir. I don't know about it. Sorry.
Okay. And who is this person who has joined from the college? I mean, this one. ये ना the Matrix Education Society Foundation कुछ करके जो host है. Who is this? Do you know
I
him?
think sir, Mohit sir.
Yes,
होंगे
sir.
sir वो.
Mohit sir. हाँ sir.
Yes,
Sir, I need to share this Excel sheet to them. Yeah, but I am putting it in the chat and it's not.
No, it will.
Is there any way to do it, sir? Any other way? Just give me a quick reply. I mean, is it possible to do it now, or I should leave it from the next session? I'll sort it out how to do
Wait,
it.
sir. at next session, sir.
Okay, sure. Thank you so much.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll continue. I'll share these three. I have assigned to you three sheets. I'll send it to you through some WhatsApp or something else, and you can practice at your home. Okay. So this was text to column, and now the one of the most important function in Excel is to sort the data. So this sort, it can be really helpful when we have a whole lot of data with us, where it is highly not very convenient for us to see it. Okay, so in that case, what we have to do, we have to sort our data in such a way so that it can make more sense out of it. So yeah, so this is the data. So what we have to do, I'll just select this whole data, and then we will go to sort and filter, and then in the custom sort. So in this custom sort, there are divisions. So first of all, it would ask us how you want to sort by. Okay, so we can sort our data in year, but the year, since the whole data is of the same year, it is not ideal to sort it by the year. So if you have a data which can be sorted in a year, you can do it by that way only. And then it is asking all these parameters: year, type, product group, producer, code, volume, cost per unit, price per unit. So we'll go by the volume, and then sort. We have to sort the values only, and this is the order, whether you want it to be smallest to largest or largest to smaller. There's a custom also, if you want to change it based on your understanding, then you're going to, otherwise it's good. So it is like smallest to largest or largest to smallest. So go with largest to smallest, so that we can have a sense of our data, how our volume is. Wait a minute. Yeah. So the data has been sorted based on this volume. Though you can do it like sort and filter also, like sort from smallest to largest. But what happens? The what we call it, the around जो cells है हमारे यहाँ पे, cost per unit and code and JF, they might puzzled up a little. So it would be harder for us. It would get harder for us to comprehend it. So in order to have a better understanding of the data and to sort it in a more professional way, we should always use the sort function. Okay, and the custom sort. And this was also an exercise for it, but yeah, I'll do it for you, not a problem. So for example, this is a sheet with us. What they're asking: sort the companies and largest to small according to the annual revenue. So simply what we have to do, I am again repeating it: select the sheet, select the data. Till here only, and then go to filter and sort, go to custom sort, and then sort by consolidated annual revenue. Values would be the value, sort by values only, and then the smallest to largest. Just hit OK, and you will see the results. Okay, so it is now sorted based on the consolidated annual revenue in dollar billion. Okay, so this is pretty simple, but it is very helpful when you are dealing with the huge data sets. Now one of the function of Excel is data validation. Okay, so data validation is basically when we have to put options in an Excel sheet. So this is the data consists of year, type, product group, producer, code, volume, cost per unit, and price per unit. So for example, we have to put a category in here, product group. So there are two types of product, like meat and coffee. So we have to choose out of them. We have to fill one value out of whether it is of meat or whether it is of coffee. So what we will have to do, we will select this, the range from where we want to put a drop down menu, and then we will go to the data and data validation. See, can you see this data validation? So if you click on the data validation, it would ask any value. We will have a list. We want to create a list for these two things, and this list would contain either meat or coffee. Okay, I'll put an L. Okay, yeah. So now just this list has been generated. See, you want to meat or coffee or meat. If you want to, so yeah, if you will try to write something else in here, like for example, I'm writing tea, it won't accept it, and this value doesn't match the data validation, because so sometimes we need to use this option. Otherwise, you can also unchecked it, because you can write anything out of it. For that, what you have to do, go to the data validation, and then this is error alert. So show error alert after invalid data has been entered. So if sometimes the information is like very crucial, where you don't want to commit a mistake, or you want to confine your data enterer to not to commit any mistake while entering the data, you can use it. Otherwise, if you don't want to, you can uncheck it. So for example, I unchecked it now. If I hit the OK button, so if I'll write T here, it would accept anything, it would accept. Okay. So this is very basic data validation. And here also we can, we can also increase the number of list we want to include in our data sheet. Hope this is fine to you. Does it make am I making sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yeah, drop down list. This is the exercise I was supposed to give to you, but never mind, we will do it by myself only. So this is also create a drop down list in column C using the names provided E. For example, here these are the names. So the first thing first, we will have to select the range up to where we want to include our data. Okay. So and then we'll go to the data, and then data validation will go, and then we will go to the settings. We will click on the list, and then we will use the source, and the sources, these are the things. We will hit enter and then OK. This drop down menu has been created. You can use as per your requirement. Okay, so this is the data validation. Very basic part of Excel, but yeah, this is how we will do it. And then this is, what is this? Paste special, select special. Okay. This is select special. What we have to do? So as you can see this data, can you see it now? So this is the data set with us. Okay. So you can see that some cells are blank in here, right? And these blank cells does not make a good good sense. If you will share it with your boss or someone, it won't look good at all. So you have to give it a proper treatment of it. So for that, what you have to do, you have to find all the blank, because since this is very small worksheet, and you can easily, with your naked eyes, you can easily identify which cells are blank. But if it is very complicated, it is hard to find out which cells are blank. So what we have to do, we have to select data, or let it be from here also. Okay. So we will select the data which has potentially some cells blank, and then we will go to find and select, and we will go to special. Okay. And so there are there are things, various things which we can look in our data set, like if comments, if it consists of any comments, the constants, how many constants are there, formulas. If you want to specifically look for the formulas, the cells which have used certain formulas, we can go for it. But here what we are looking for is the blanks. So we will hit the blanks and we'll hit OK. So the grayish part and the white part are the cells which are blank. Okay, it shows. So now what we have to do, we have to replace it with something. For example, we will type Na. Okay, so we want all I want all my blank cell should be filled with Na. So what I'll do, I'll type Na in one cell and I'll copy it, and then again selecting the whole table and going to find and select, go to special and then blanks. Okay, okay, and then I'll just copy Control plus V. Then all the cells would which essentially were blank would replace with Na, or anything which you wanted to put, for example 1 or 0 or anything which you wanted to do. Okay, does it make sense to you?
Yes, sir.
If in between you have any question, you can ask me. Otherwise, I don't think this is very complicated concepts I am teaching you. This is very basic. You can do it easily. Yeah. Again, this is a sheet for us. Sheet 2, special. This it looks like little more complicated. I'll do the same treatment with this too. Just increase the size. Yeah. So here identifying is a little tedious task. So again, what I'll do, I'll select the first of all, I'll write Na, or for example none. I'll write none, just to confirm that it is not like only Na which we can write. You can write anything of your choice which makes sense to you. Yeah, we'll select it. We'll go to find and select. We'll go to special. We will click on the blanks. We will hit OK, and we will just copy paste it. So it would be like this. Okay, a very simple exercise. And yeah, then what is this? Dynamic naming. Okay, yeah, it is very wonderful tool. I mean, which we very rarely use, but it can have a lasting impact. So yeah, what we have, so sometimes we have to create a lot of what we call it, accounts or sheets or something for a specific company, or a simple, for example, this is PLL account, and this is for like this is for Google incorporation. But what we have to do, we have to include this in our PL here name with this PL and account. So I'll first teach you how to do this. Okay, so first of all, what we'll do, we will just put an is equals to sign in here, and we will put quotation marks under P and L. Okay. This is the PLN account, and then what we have to do, I will put and sign, and we will click on C4, which is the name of the company. Yeah, it doesn't look good. We'll just try to add a space on it. Yeah, so this C. So this is what we call as dynamic naming. And now what we can do, for example, if instead of Google, we are doing it for Facebook, so it would show P and L for Facebook incorporations or anything of your choice. So this is what dynamic naming is. We can use it in when we are building some complicated models, but this is the basic thing. So if you if we have exercise for it, then I won't. There's an exercise for it also, but I won't do it for you. Just see this formula what we have done. Again, I'll try to show you what it is. To delete this. So this is P and L account only. What we have to do, first of all, we have to put an is equals to sign. and then we'll have to put quotation signs out of it, or if you want to use this also, it would work. And then we have to put an end mark, see, and then name of the company, then hit enter. So this would look like this only, or if instead of this you can use the ratio sign also. Yeah, so P&L account for Google Incorporation, and if we made any changes here, it would reveal there also. Simple. Yeah. This is the signing. I won't do it. Yeah. So hyperlinks can also be very very crucial for you when you are dealing with large data sets. Okay. So I'll show you how to do that, how to assign the hyperlinks. Okay. So this is revenue competitive scenario. So for example, I want to do it for like revenue breakdown. So our sheet is this, but I want to create our revenue breakdown in here, so that if I can click here, I can go to that sheet in itself. So I'll click on the revenue breakdown. Okay, and then I'll go to what we have to do. We have to insert something. So I'll go to the insert, and then I'll go to the links. See, if you can see it, this is the link. So we can see, we can do it for like web pages, email address or something, but we have to do it for this document because this revenue breakdown is in our document in itself. So I'll hit on this document, and then I'll see here are the different sheets which are open in my spreadsheet. So I'll click on the revenue breakdown, and then I'll hit enter. See, so this is hyperlink. The hyperlink has been created. So if I click the hyperlink, I'll directly go to the revenue breakdown part of it. Okay, got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So hyperlink can be very beneficial when we are dealing with, because in the coming classes or at the end of this course, we might be dealing with like 20 or 30 odd sheet in one Excel sheet. So hyperlinks in the first page, always try to create an hyperlink so that the accessibility could be easy. This is also the exercise which I was supposed to give it to you, but unfortunately I couldn't. Yeah, I'll try to do it by myself only. Not a problem. So what we have to do? Hyperlinks. Yeah. So this is the sheet, and these are the name of the companies. So if I'll try to, and there is another way of creating directly right click on it and go to the hyperlink part of it, and then sheet what it is Walmart. Click on Walmart. Okay, it will change the color and it will directly take us to the Walmart. You can see this. Is it good? Okay, and then एक आध कवर कर लेते हैं for Facebook. Let's do it for Facebook. Where is this Facebook? This is Facebook. Right click, go to the hyperlink, select Facebook in here, hit OK, and this is for Facebook. Simple, cool. Then what is this? Wait a minute. Custom formatting before. This is custom formatting. For this basically all the things which have been taught so far are part of kind of formatting itself, because we want to learn how our sheet should look like. In order to make our sheet more readable, more understandable, more comprehensible, we have to do a sort of formatting into our raw data so that it looks nice to us. Visualization is good. So I want so for example, this is the sheet. Okay, there are certain things which are highlighted, but for example, I want to add there are certain values which are in negative. So I want to put it into them into bracket, or I want to give it a some color sort of coding or something like this. So what I'll do, I'll just select it. Okay, I'll select the data, and then I'll go into the formatting. Format cells. Okay. And then I'll go into the custom part of it. I told you na general currency accounting the other day. So today is this custom. It is like really, I mean, not appropriate at this point in time to comprehend, to understand the logic behind how it is done. But I'll show you. You can do a hit and trial method always to for your better understanding. For example, if I'll go with this, the red portion in it, if I hit the OK, so see, my results are something like this. So there are certain changes, you can always go through it, but yeah, I made one major change, which is like highlighting the negative part of it. Okay, I undo it, and again I'll go to the format cells and then custom, and then see if I want to include a rupee sign out of it and the red part of it. So yeah, it would look like something like this only. So this is the hit and trial method. I am not explaining you the logic behind it, but if some of you who are interested, you can always go into it, and you can see the pattern, how it is done, how one hash is used, and why two hashes are used, and what is the role of this comma and button, all these things. Okay, you can anytime visit to it, but I have just shown you the basic how you can turn your data into more visualized version of it. I hope it is making sense to you. And one of the most important and highly used, I am sure you might have already used this function in your some in some ways. So we'll do it by freezing. If we want to freeze this cell, okay, so we'll click on the cell above, below it, and then we will go to the freeze pans only. We'll go to the review data. Where it is here, मैं भूल गया. View only. So this is the freeze pen option. If we'll hit it, see, our pen is freezed. So if we have a larger data set, we can easily see our topmost pen, which is freeze. If I'll unfreeze it, and you can do it also, like freeze top pen. So if your data like this, these data are in this sheet, you can freeze that pen and you can scroll it down. Or you can, if you want to freeze this year, then you should click on in here and then freeze pens, and then you will see your year is freezed now. Okay, so like this, very simple, and it is also hit and trial. You will just see as your need would arrive, you can always manipulate it. And what is this? This is also an important function, which is like filter by color. So yeah, your data, something, if your data is like this only, and so what we have to do, we have to filter it based on its colors. So first thing first, what we have to do, we have to select the top row of our data, and the top row of our data is this. Okay, and then we have to create a filter. You can do it by clicking in here. So a filter has been created for all the cells or top cells. So okay, and then for example, based on material number, ले लेते हैं. For example, based on material, there is an option called filter by color. Okay, so if you'll select the cell color, if you want yellow, all our yellow cells are in here. Okay, and if you want lime is here. So based on colors, we can also sort our Excel sheets. Okay. अच्छा, conditional formatting से पहले I'll show you this. So yeah, this is one Excel sheet, so containing a lot of data. So sometimes what happens, due to typographical error or something, we tend to hit different buttons which we never intended to. For example, you can see it with your naked eyes like this. Yeah. So instead of placing a comma, point, what has been done, an error has been done by putting a comma instead of point. So what we can do simply, it is very simple. Like we can, you will, it is the name of the file is multiply by 1. Okay. So what we have to do is equals to put the data, put the cell and into 1. Okay. And then we will hit enter. We will drag it down till the last. So see, so as the value of this cell is not appropriate, we can easily find out the error in it. Okay. So we can always then, for since there is only one error in it, if it has multiple, we can always go to filter, and we can use a filter in here. Okay, this is the filter, and then unselect all, and then we can click on the values, the error part. So since this, it has only one, but if we had multiple, we can easily do it by multiplying by 1 only. Yeah, and for today's lecture, this is last part of it, conditional formatting. Some of you might have used it also, but yeah, let me show it to you. It's better, little better. Yeah. So this is the financial information of a specific company, unnamed company. So if we'll have to show this report to some top level executives, so it is not, it is like some of the top officials love numbers, and they want to read each and every part of it, but most of them don't have this much of time to go through it. So we can have a little we can improvise it a little, so that it is like it is more readable, in a sense where it can help the managers to make the decisions. Okay, so we will select the cells, and then we will go to the conditional formatting. So there are certain things which we can do. I'll show you like how it is work. For example, highlight cells rules if greater than. So if some value is greater than some greater than, for example, 11. I'm just hitting hit and try. This is not intended to do it, but now it won't work it in here. So we have what we, so if we want to create a color chart of it, so see, so there are two color denomination in here. So one is like red, which is showing all the negative part of it, and one is blue, which is showing the positive figures for this P&L statement. Okay, and most, okay, this is a scale color. We can do this way also. It's up to you how you want to show it to your managers or someone who is intended to see it. But the most used for this type of analysis is these are the traffic signal signs. Okay, so wait a minute, we have to remove the conditional, this already put it conditional formatting first. Clear rules selected. Okay, Then we will go to conditional formatting, icon set, and this is yeah. So this is the traffic light signal, which is like green part is like, which is okay, and green part is like perfect, and then red light is not at all okay, which is at high danger, and then yellow part is in somewhere between your somewhere between your red and green. Okay, and then clear rules. And also if some of you are interested in understanding it little deeper, you can also go into this icon set, and then you can choose your different values. For example, if I 0 1, if you want to change the range based on your output, or like, okay, so percentage, make it in number. This is not what I intended to teach you today, but yeah, I'll just try to show it. If you want to change, if it's still not taking, so yeah, if you want to go a little deeper into it, and if you want to change what it is showing right now to your rules, you can you can always set your own specific formatting rules to it. Okay, so this is conditional formatting for you guys today, and this is all what I intended to teach you today. So if you have any questions out of it, you can ask me right now, right here, or if you like to what I taught you today, so you can also say it, so that, or if you want me to change certain things, please write it down or speak something, so that I can from upcoming lectures I can tweak the way I am doing it, if it's not fine with you. Yeah, anyone, anything, write down or say it. And the मैट्रिक्स सर, जो भी सर थे वहां पे, उनको सिर्फ यह बोलना है कि सर अगले सेशन में आई नीड टू शेयर एक्सेल शीट्स विद देम, सो प्लीज लेट मी नो हाउ टू डू इट, or I can send it to you prior to the session, and you can share it with them during the session, or is there any way I can do it? Please let me know.
Please share the Excel sheet to madam.
Okay, sure, thank you. I'll share the sheet with ma'am, and then you can take it and we'll distribute it among the student. So yeah, anyone, Chaitanya, Omkar, Deepika, I guess most of you.
Yes, sir.
Is it going good, Chaitanya? I mean, is it making sense or not? Or you want me to change certain things, the way I teach, the way I speak, or something like this? If you have any feedback or any problem, please let me know in hand, beforehand.
Yes, sir. No problem.
No problem. You are getting the flow, how things are going?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Chaitanya, other than Chaitanya, anyone else? At least write it down. Anyone? Chalo, I'll write a question. You answer it in the chat box.
Your teaching is very good, sir. No issue.
Are you following it, na?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Bas, thank you. Any problem? Write it. Yes or no. Reply in yes or no only. Direct message गया है. Oops. Why not? Oh, I am very. Wait a minute. Meeting. Any problem? Just write yes or no. Chaitanya is good, and someone is also good. No, Jai Shri, no. Oh my God. चलो 3, 2 लोग बोल दिए, 5, टोटल कितने हैं? भी तो हैं यार, मतलब कुछ. हाँ, go ahead. Someone just tried to speak. So 2 3 4. Okay. Chalo. Thank you. So, if in case you find it something difficult, the way of my teaching, the way of how you speak, or the way, the fast forward way I am taking, so I can be a little slow down, or I can use Hindi, not Marathi, but yeah. So, if you want something to change, just let me know in advance. I'll do it. Not a problem. I'm a very friendly teacher. Yeah. If you will meet me in person, you will be a fan of me. I'm sure. Okay, chalo. Thank you. Huh? Bye bye. Take care. I'll end this.
Thank you, sir.